Does not work because my rook is also in the open. I mean, it's being attacked by my queen. So queen e6 check, king h8, and then knight f7 check, king h7 maybe. So let's bishop d5 check, king h8, knight f7 check, king h7. Hmm. Queen e6 or bishop d5 is what I'm thinking about. Let's say queen e6 check, king h8, knight f7 check, king g8, knight h6 check. Let's say knight h6. Then that would be a double check, right? Queen e6, king h8, knight f7. Yeah, that looks better. Awesome. Let's move on to our next puzzle for the stream. And this is an endgame puzzle. My queen is hit. Mhm. Okay. Let's see. I think let me start with rook d8. I sense something here. Rook d8 check. Queen d8, c7 push. Queen c7. Rook e6. Rook f2 is not possible. Pawn e6, and then I capture back. And then I have an extra piece here. Right? So let me see. Rook d8 check. Queen d8. Queen c7 check. Um, Sorry, c7 push. Queen c7 is not working. So after c7, she can go for queen c8. But then rook, I can go for queen a2, bishop a2, and then rook e8 check. That should do the trick. What's the... Is it queen 7 c7 now? Okay. It was the same idea, but the move order is a little different. What's the problem with c7? Yeah, and then I capture here, right? Oh, then the... Ah, I did not see this one. Nice. Should have been a little more attentive over there. Anyhow, let's go for the next puzzle. We're playing with white pieces. My king is super weak here. Mhm. But there are some holes here which I can capitalize on.
Hey, hi. Just wanted to know how you're doing. Haven't seen you since the summer. Like everything here makes me miss
Okay.
you.
What about f4 push? If pawn f4, I've
Honestly,
got
not
queen
because
a8 check.
I don't know how to tell you.
Yeah. I think f4 looks real good here. f4, pawn f4, queen a8 check. And they have to intervene somehow, right? f4, how can they refute? I mean, the rook can go to possibly g4 maybe. And we capture on e5, right? Maybe we don't need to because queen e8 is still there. So after, oh yeah, that's interesting. f4, and then in order to defend queen a8, he has to play rook f5, and then we just capture it. Awesome. Can I go for this check? Yeah, this check still works, right? Awesome. Let's move on to our next puzzle for the stream and then see how we go about this one. If you're playing with white pieces. Mhm. Let's see. So I have this very weird idea of playing bishop e7 after, let's say, rook e8, then playing bishop c5 and then threatening b3. The rook is trapped then. Yeah, I think this works, right? Because after bishop e7 the rook is hit, right? And bishop e7, queen d4, queen d4, rook d4, bishop f8 should be good, right? So bishop e7. Oh, what's the issue here? Let's see. What's some solution here? Okay, we are threatening queen h5. But what? Let's see. After bishop e7, how can black respond? Yeah, f4. Hmm. I got it. Maybe queen. Yeah. Awesome. I think let's not jump to conclusions that early. Anyhow, we're playing with white pieces. Let's go for the next puzzle. There is a battery along this diagonal. My bishop is hit. My queen is also hit. But I have got bishop f7, rook, bishop f7, king f7, queen f5. Check. If he goes for king g8, then I've got what? Not sure. Hmm. Bishop 7, bishop f7, king f7, queen f5. Check. Hmm. Oh wait, wait. Queen c5, bishop c5, rook c8. The bishop is it. The knight is it, and it's under an attack from my bishop as well. So queen c5 and rook c1. Awesome. I can now. Should I capture on c6? Bishop c6 and then bishop? Yeah, that should work. Oh no, what? Oh, wow, I cannot leave the last rank. I mean, if bishop c6, I cannot capture on c5 because of this rook check. So maybe let's just capture the rook here. Also I have b4 there. Awesome. We're playing with black pieces here, so I do have a great control over the dark squares. Um, let's see how can we go for something else here. Queen a1 check, king h2, bishop e5 check, king h3, and queen h1 check. King comes to g4, queen g2 check, king comes to h5, and then queen e2 check. Yeah, I think queen a1 check should do it. Queen a1 check, king h2, bishop d4 check. If let's say he plays g3 there, then queen comes to g2, sorry, queen b2 check, but then here's got king h3. Queen c3 check, queen c1 check also works. Queen c1, king h2, but then I don't have bishop e5 then. I think queen a1 check, king h2, bishop e5, g3. Oh yeah, but then I just win the knight, right? What am I? Yeah, this should win here. What is it? This check? Oh, come on! This is it's so. I mean, I don't even feel like. I mean, what can I say? I'm sorry. Oh, I did not update the view. I guess. I hope I'm streaming pretty decent here. Anyhow, yeah, it looks like we're streaming well here. So it's a middle game puzzle here. Knight on c4 is definitely hit. Is under a lot of pressure. So bishop e5, pawn e5 has to be played, and then queen comes to d3 maybe, queen d3, and I mean we're not really threatening anything. He can play king f8, but I've got rook coming to f1. Yeah, okay. Let me see. Bishop e5. Hmm. Bishop e5, pawn e5, queen c2. And if I play queen c2, knight b2, queen c6, knight c6, rook c6, and then he can just move away his knight, right? So yeah, bishop e5, pawn e5, queen c2. Hmm. Or is there something else which I'm missing here? Um, I mean, okay, let's see. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how to go about this one. What's the solution? Let's see. Okay, king goes here. Oh yeah, awesome. Okay, so we have another puzzle on our stream. We are playing with white pieces. Okay, so I can go for queen g4 there, right? Queen g4, the knight is attacked twice, and probably after queen g4 he can play queen b5, hitting my rook there. But what about rook b4 there? Rook b4, queen is hit. I mean, if I play queen g4, queen b5 would be played there, right? And then the knight just moves away. Hey, but I can play queen f4 there because I'm also threatening queen f8 at some point of time, right? Queen f4, knight. Yeah, the knight is hit, right? I think queen f4 looks good here. Knight c6 is there after that. So after queen f4, knight c6, defends the queen, defends the mate there. So queen g, and what about rook f4? Rook f4, knight e2. I still capture the queen, right? If he captures, I have an extra piece there. So rook f4, but after rook f4, he can go for knight f5 there, right? Rook f4, knight f5. Still, I can capture on b4. If he captures on a g3, I can capture back, right? So I think rook f4 should do the trick here. But after rook f4, he can probably play queen c5, right? Yeah, that's not really worked. I think queen g4 and queen g4, but then queen b5 is there. Queen b5. And what about queen f4? Queen f4, knight c6. Hmm. Hey, but I can play queen f2 here. Queen f2. I hit the knight. If knight c6, I've got bishop c5 there. Yeah, that looks good. Oh, what's it? Is it queen f4? Really? Wait, I thought after rook f4, what about... Oh yeah, I mean if I could play... If queen c5, then you can just capture with this rook because c1 is protected by the bishop there. Oh, this is annoying, super annoying. Anyhow, let's move on to the next puzzle. Can't do much about it now. So we're playing with black pieces. Okay, so we're playing with black pieces. The knight. Let me see. Uh, this is a theoretical chess game that chess end game which I have solved. This will be embarrassing if I can't solve on stream. So let me see. I believe this is a draw. But then it's not on 7th rank, right? So maybe we have something going on. Yeah. If this pawn would have been on b2, then this would have been a draw. But not now. Let's see. King c2. And he can go for knight a4 there. So what about king b2? Knight d1. King c2. Yeah. I think king b2. If knight a4, king a3. If I push... Yeah, I think king b2 looks good here. because after king d2 he can go knight a4, right? And then he can stop b2. So yeah, king b2 should be the move here. Wait, what? Seriously? I thought, what's the problem with king b2 here? Yeah, yeah, I think he has entered in that zone to protect the pawn, maybe. Ah, anyhow, let's move on to our next puzzle for the stream. Hmm. What about rook g2 here? Rook g2, I attack the pawn, right? How can you defend that? Rook rook g2? What would he do? Um, after queen e1, e8 check, king a7 is there, right? Hmm. Rook g2, how does he defend the pawn on b2? b3? Pawn b3 and queen b3? Could be an idea there. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, that could definitely be an idea. But b3, I've got bishop a3 check. If king b1, then I'm not sure if it works. Bishop e6, bishop e3, knight e3, rook e3, rook e3, queen e3, and then he can just play king d1, queen d3, king e1, and then it might be a draw. It can be a draw, but what else can we go for apart from that draw? Um, I mean, this knight is in a pin, right? Can I somehow exploit this? What about bishop a3? Bishop a3 is also equally good here. Bishop a3, bishop a3, b3 maybe, but then b3 is impossible, yeah, right? I think bishop a3 is very strong here. He can play b4. He can't even play b4 there. Yeah, yeah, and let's see. There are no checks. I mean, queen e8 or yeah, queen e8, king h7. Queen h4 is there, but then queen b2 is already a threat. After bishop a3, I think bishop a3 is what I will play here. What is the move then? Um, but yeah, I can play b3 here. Oh, I see. I see. Hmm. Anyhow, let's move on to our next puzzle. Um, you're playing with black pieces here. So there are some back rank issues with my opponent. Hmm. Actually, the problem is because the queen is looking at c1 and the rook is looking at c1. Probably they can coordinate. But what's the problem when, let's say, pawn g5, knight e7, check. I have queen. Okay, maybe not queen e7, but then I can just go to h8 there, right? Pawn g5. Can he rook takes? Rook takes. Yeah, and we are simplifying the position. I after pawn g5, knight h5 check could be an option, and let's say after king comes to. Okay, I see. That's the idea. If pawn g5, knight h5 check, and does not matter how I respond. I mean, I only have one move, king h8, then rook f8, and then knight g8 also does not work because of rook g8. That's mate. So yeah, pawn g5 does not really work. What about rook f5? Rook f5, and then I capture back, right? Yeah, that looks good. Is it? Wait, what? What's a? Oh wait, I need to analyze this one. Knight h5 check. Oh yeah, I did not see this because this is just bad. This is also not. Oh, you know what? I think I don't know. I mean, I want to play more puzzles, but it feels like I can't because I was not in a good shape for the past few weeks, and this is in fact my eyes are straining right away. I don't know. I mean, maybe I can't solve the puzzles anymore, or maybe this is my limit. Actually, maybe um, 2400 on Leeches is my limit for puzzles. Again, I'm not demotivating myself, but maybe I need to work hard to break that 2400 level because to move from 1500 to 2400 requires X amount of effort, but to move from 2400 to 2500 requires X plus B amount of effort. So maybe it's a lot of effort that I need to put in, which I'm not currently putting in. And on that note, I would like to call it a day. I know it's been a pretty short stream, but then I don't feel like streaming anymore. My bad. But yeah, if you guys liked what you saw, then you can